Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back. Today I will be painting the Orc Commandos kill team. As you can see, I started a little bit already. Just trying to get solid base coats down for the green skin. I've got 10 of these models that I'm painting up. So I'll be batch painting them. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the stream. This is already my second coat here, and I'm currently going through my third coat. I'm maybe painting them black to start off with, with maybe not the best move, but that's okay. Hey, King Wolf, how's it going? Glad you could catch another stream. Missed the last one. Yeah, no biggie. I appreciate the support though. Here, I'll catch you up on what happened on the last stream. Basically, I just finished up my the Krieg Guardsman kill team, so a lot of a little extra details to finish these guys up, including like doing some wood grain on the stocks of the weapons, and just touching things up to make sure that they are finished. So now I'm moving on to the Orc Commandos, which is the second kill team that I have. And just doing some base coating. Yep, I'm doing kill teams for me and a friend. So this is the kill team for my friend. So obviously, I'm gonna paint this worse. Just kidding. I probably won't be doing any. Wood freehanding, but I will be doing lots of freehand on their weapons and stuff, because orcs like to have like a lot of art and stuff. I mean, I'll say art, but like war paint essentially on their weapons. So that's kind of the special thing that I'm planning on doing for this kill team. You're able to pre-order the Night Lord's kill team? Hey, that's awesome. Yep, I got the Hivestorm box that I was looking to get as well. It seems like a lot of people were able to get what they wanted. It seems like Games Workshop made enough boxes this time, which is great. You love to see it. Hopefully they continue that trend. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Those Night Lord models are really cool. And I think it comes in a box of 10, but I think you only field like 6 Marines at a time. So you can like mix and match your kill teams to like keep things interesting. You only need one box, but you can you can have many different variations of that kill team. Hello, I'm Neophyte. How's it going? Oh, I'm glad I can see YouTube messages. It's my stream software was telling me that I wasn't getting them, but I'm glad it figured it out. Welcome to the stream. I'm Neophyte. How's it going? Freehanding is harder than you thought. You tried to do lightning on the custode spear and it didn't come out good. Freehanding is fairly difficult. And it mostly comes down to like brush control and having a brush with a very nice fine tip. And then of course you know, having your paints be the right consistency, because if your paints are too thin, you won't get those like nice thin lines. But if your paint's too thick, it won't like flow off the brush properly. Where did you start with the lore? I want to start, but I don't know where. For lore, I actually started with buying an army book. You know, when I started collecting Warhammer, I bought the army book for the army that I wanted to start collecting, and that has lore in it for the faction that you're interested in. So I found that as a useful starting point, because it was just like a slice of the lore, and specifically about characters that I was interested in and invested in. If you're not collecting any miniatures and you're just looking for lore, I think you can really just start anywhere. There is a lot, but generally you should be able to find like the start of a series. For example, the Horus Heresy is a great place to start, because that shaped the Imperium, or how it is in the current 40K universe, and you should be able to find like the first book in the Horus Heresy series without too much trouble. What faction did I start with? So I started a very long time ago, and then I kind of fell out of the hobby and came back. But I started with Eldar. Eldar were my first models, and I have to say, still definitely one of my favorite factions. It went Eldar and then Space Marine Dark Angels. You're thinking about Tau? Tau is pretty cool. My brother collected Tau when we were young, so I got to see a lot of their very, very slick models. All right, it'll probably take another another coat of paint here. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have started with. I probably shouldn't have primed these black. Doing this light green over black is taking a long time, but that's okay. I'll just continue chugging along with nice thin layers. And maybe eventually I'll get nice solid coverage on this skin. Yeah, and like I'm planning on doing like a light brown color for the shirts. That'll also be a pain over black, so. Oops. I am starting to get nice solid layers though, so things are looking up. And actually, this model is looking pretty good. A few touch-ups here and there, maybe? I'd like to watch live while I make breakfast, if that's alright. Yeah, of course. Thanks for hopping in. Am I live daily? I am not. I actually, if you head over to my Twitch, if you have a Twitch account, I post my schedule there. I should be. I should also post my schedule on YouTube. But I generally stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, this week I won't be streaming on Sunday. I'll be busy, but you know, generally I'm streaming on those days. While it was a pain to build this color up, I am liking how it's looking. I think this is a nice, like soft green color that works well for this, as a base for this orky skin. Can you tell me more about the lore for your faction? Sure. So I'm currently painting up a kill team, which is a kind of a separate game from 40K. It uses the same kind of minis, but it's a skirmish game. So you have more specialized teams instead of, you know, squads of models. So like these 10 models that I'm painting up are the only models that I'll be playing with. So yeah, you can see that these are, you know, not just regular orc boys, but they are orc commandos. So orcs that specialize in doing like covert ops and special missions. Orcs in general, though, are a pretty crazy faction. They have a very strong psychic field around them, just as a race, and so they have the ability to kind of turn their beliefs into reality. Hello, Pasta Puffin. Thanks for joining. I'm just going over some orc lore while I'm painting some orcs. Yeah, so this psychic field that surrounds them turns their kind of their thoughts into reality. So you'll see things like orcs will paint their vehicles red because they believe that red makes their vehicles move faster. And because of this strong psychic field around them, their vehicles actually move faster. Because they believe it so hard. You'll also see things like orcs can breathe in the vacuum of space because they don't understand the vacuum of space and why they wouldn't be able to breathe. And so, yeah, they can just breathe in space. Pasta Puffin is reassembling their airbrush. Yep. A common pastime for airbrush owners. I heard their predecessors are stronger and more intelligent. Yep. And kind of the only reason that they haven't taken over the universe yet is because they are not more intelligent. If they were more intelligent and were able to like fully utilize this ability, they would probably be unstoppable. But luckily they're not that smart, so. So do they actually turn invisible when purple? I don't know what all the colors do, but I know, I think there is a sneaky one, and I don't think they actually turn invisible, but they are like a lot harder to find. And painting things black makes them tougher. Like they actually take less damage when they're wearing black armor. It's kind of crazy. Like some of their vehicles like aren't actually functional vehicles, but they believe that, you know, the vehicles work, so they drive, you know, even though they don't have like an engine. Just silly things like that. So what happened? How did they fall from grace? I don't know, actually. I don't know that much about the orc lore. I mostly just know the basics. But yeah, mostly because I don't collect orcs as a faction. I just have this kill team. So purple is a meme just because no orc has any purple on them. Okay. Camo just works really well even when it shouldn't. That's funny. Yeah, they're wearing like green camo in like an urban environment, but they're still super sneaky and hard to see. But there's also, yeah, that's exactly how it works. Yeah. But there's also instances where this works against them. For example, at one point, like some Imperial Guard like ran out of ammo, and so they just pointed their guns at the orcs and went pew pew pew, and then the orcs actually died because they thought that they were being shot by las guns, which is tough. So again, part of, you know, they're not that smart. And that really hurts their OP abilities. You've heard that Tau has a weak psychic presence, is that true? Yeah, actually, I don't know. I don't know how the Tau are with psychers. I don't think they have any psychers. Now that you mention it, but one thing about Tau is the Tau are a coalition of a lot of different like Xenos species, and so you'll see things like the Kroot and the Vespid are two examples of different species that they rely on, to bolster their armies. So I'm not sure if they have a psychic like Xenos race in their coalition. Hey G-Wiz, how's it going? Painting up some commandos, I see. Yup. Definitely. Getting this second kill team ready so that I can start playing with my friend. Another thing I like about painting up these kill teams is that because I'm only painting up like 10 models or so, I can paint, a bunch of different factions, and so it's always something interesting and new that I'm painting, which is kind of fun. Yeah, they even have a human faction. Yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because they a lot of time, like sometimes they'll steal like Imperium worlds, where they'll like take it over, and the humans there will realize that their lives are better with the Tau than under the Imperium, so they'll just like they're chill with it. Like that was my first kill team. My second was the Death Corps of Krieg. Yeah, I mean, same but opposite. I just finished these guys. I don't know if you were here last week, but I painted up the Death Corps of Krieg kill team last week. Tower relatively peaceful creatures. Yeah, and they're also they're big into the greater good, so they tend to be one of the relatively nicer factions to live under. But they will just sacrifice you if they deem it's for the greater good, so they will just leave you out to dry sometimes, which is tough. It's tough living in the 40k universe, really, no matter where you are. Not a great place to live. All right, I got a nice base coat for the green skin. That's why we don't trust filthy Xenos. Exactly. As the Emperor commands. By any chance, do I play Pixel Starship? I do not, actually. Your airbrush has been assembled. Nice, nice. What are you painting, Pasta Puffin? It's on your workbench. tell us more about the lore you know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I guess I'm gonna have to start doing more research into the lore before I get on stream. I was not prepared. I want to listen while you're eating. Big meal you made? Yeah, what kind of, you said you were making breakfast? What kind of meal you make? Something tasty? I can talk to eggs and some leaf. That's funny. Nice. Sounds like a tasty breakfast. But yeah, I can talk to you a little bit about the death core of Krieg. Krieg is an interesting planet. The death core of Krieg is a faction of the Imperial Guard. That is like think of them almost as like fanatics. At one point in their past, Krieg rebelled against the Imperium, and so as a result, the planet of Krieg is required to produce, I think it's, I want to say 500 million troops. There is a theory about Krieg clones. Yeah, I think a lot of the Krieg troops are clones, and that's mostly because of the fact that they have to produce so many soldiers every year for the Imperium. It also used to be a beautiful world. Yeah, until the Imperium like nuked it. They just like nuked the planet. Again, Krieg rebelled against the Imperium, and the Imperium being what it is, we're like, yeah, we'll just nuke the planet, and then make them produce soldiers for us, as you do. So a lot of times the Krieg, like, you're actually reading the book right now? Oh, that's very interesting. I still have to read that book. Most of what I know is just from like wikis and stuff. Yeah, a soldier is named by a number. Yep. Another reason is like they're just like clones sometimes. So, but that's one of the reasons why they have these gas masks, and they have these like they don't have any skin showing. Their planet is like radioactive. And so yeah, they mostly live underground, and yeah, the planet is just there to produce soldiers for the Imperium. They also but they are some of the most devout soldiers, to try and make up for their past treachery. So they will often just like throw themselves at the enemy until they succeed their mission, regardless of the cost to their lives and numbers. Because again, they produce like 500 million a year, so why would they care how many Krieg soldiers die. The Imperium's greatest resource is their population size, right? Something like that. Basically suicidal Cadians, yeah. Also, the negotiation was that we're going to give them the Inquisitor was surprised that there were so many at the time ready to go. Yeah. They produce a lot of soldiers. They have to hold them back. Yeah. I got one. Actually, got this model right here is a Krieg Zealot. He's got his little. You're referring to the soldiers. He's got his little book here. He's got like a little some prayer beads. I love this model. It's very thematic. It's very on brand for Krieg. What's their life expectancy? Oh, it's not long. I know the average guard life expectancy is like whatever 15 hours, but I feel like for a death core of Krieg, it's like 2 seconds. It's not long at all. It is much shorter than the average guard, because the average guard wants to live, right? Like. These guys don't really care. Yeah, 15 hours is for like the average Imperial Guard. I don't know. I don't think that extends to the Death Corps of Krieg. Especially since they had just gotten out of Civil War at the time. 15 seconds. Yeah, Krieg bring down the average. The reason the average is so low is because of the Death Corps of Krieg. I'll have to watch, I think, on Warhammer TV, the, Games Workshop's streaming service. I think they recently had some animated episodes about, that, like, focused on the Imperial Guard. They had like a commissar character and such, that gave, like, insight into some of the interactions between like a commissar and the rest of the Imperial Guard. That seemed super interesting, so I'll have to watch it. Yeah, in the book, the commissar of the Krieg battalion was like, I'm completely unnecessary because they don't run away or step aside. I'm just here to contain their fervor. Yeah. That's awesome. He's like, this is the easiest job ever. Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, one of the commissar's main duty is to prevent Imperial Guard soldiers from defecting. Because their life expectancy is so low, a lot of Imperial Guard try and defect. Especially as soon as they see the horrors of the front lines. So one of the main duties is for commissars to like execute defecting Imperial Guard and make sure that the rest of their soldiers will stay in line and follow the orders. It's a pretty gruesome job. They follow the orders to the T. Yep. Don't need to worry about the Death Corps of Krieg defecting. Krieg versus Orcs, just an endless battle, and everyone is happy. Yeah. What an interesting box they came up with for the release of the last Kill Team edition. Although I do really like the Hivestorm box that they came out with as well. Mostly for the models. The new Vespid models look amazing, and the Tempestus Aquilans look incredible. They did a really good job with that release. Is that the box with the Ultramarines and Tyranids? No, that's Leviathan. That's box Leviathan. That's the release for the new edition of the edition of 40K that was new. I think it's a couple of years ago now. What I'm talking about is the one that came out actually last weekend on pre-order. It's called Hivestorm, and it's a box for the Kill Team game, which is the 40K themed skirmish game that Games Workshop makes. It's got Vespid Stingwings, which are Tau, and then the Tempestus Aquilons, which are Imperial Guard Scions, I believe. Alright. Luckily, this dude's shirtless. No need to paint this guy's shirt. And then this guy's got a jacket, which I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a little bit different than the rest of these, so. There are Warhammer audiobooks here on YouTube. Yeah, it definitely, there are a lot of great Warhammer content creators that, you know, focus on lore, and they have a lot of, you know, great content out there. Mostly because there is a lot of content. I tend to watch the lore videos sporadically based on whichever faction I'm interested in at the moment. Luckily, when I need to clean up this transition between the tan color and the green, it doesn't take 4 coats. Kind of wish they had more non-resin Krieg units. Yeah, I think I heard that they're planning a Krieg release. Maybe it was just a rumor. Not sure. But I think I heard something about it. Again, not sure how true it is, but yeah, you think you heard the same thing? Yeah, because I think I heard that they're planning on doing a bigger Imperial Guard release. As a, you know, they released the Tempestus Aquilon kill team, and I think they're planning on releasing more models for the Imperial Guard soon, which is exciting for Imperial Guard players. They have some older kits for sure. They had something that was kind of a season thing that shows what they plan on doing through the year. Yeah. And I believe there is a large reveal show that's going on for Warhammer Day that I think is October 5th. So in like a week and a half or so, I think they're doing a big reveal show for new models, and I think also like roadmaps for what they're planning on doing next year, that kind of thing. So we should get more information October 5th. Which is always exciting. You love to see it. Oh no. I completely forgot to do this whole side. Oops. All good, I guess. He'll just have, you know, his left side will have one less coat of paint on it. I'll have to remember to go back and put an extra coat on that side. You have to go now? For the greater good. Alright, Neophyte. Have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I'll see you again next time. This is now the third coat of light tan paint. And this should be good. It's mostly just touching up certain areas to get a solid coat down. After I'm finished with this tan color, I'll be moving on to painting like a reddish brown leather color on all the straps and on the backpack. And I think these will be my three main colors for the model. Got the green for the skin, it's light tan for like their shirts, and then the reddish brown for the leather. At least I think those are the three most prominent colors on the models. And while I'm not exactly speed painting these models, I am trying to go a little bit faster, and so some things I will just leave at a solid base coat and a wash. And then, you know, some of like the main parts of the models I'll paint to a higher level. So for example, the skin I will paint probably you know, I'll do the after the base coat and shade, I'll probably do multiple layers of highlights and such, because the green skin is you know, one of the main features of these orc models. Thank you for the follow, archivists. I appreciate it. Is this the Commandos kill team? This is the Commandos kill team. Pretty awesome. I bought this kill team and the Death Corps of Krieg models, so I could play with my friend. They were pretty. I found them for pretty cheap on eBay, so it was a good snag. Because they you know, produced a lot of these at the start of you know, the last edition of Kill Team, and for some reason no one ever bought them. You're gonna paint these over the weekend? Nice. Are you planning on doing anything special with the paint job, or are you just gonna be painting them like the box art? Any issues with the build? I actually had one issue actually with this model, where I had to fill the gaps on this arm. I had to fill gaps on some of the arms because they didn't line up properly. But that's about it. My kid wants to paint them, so I'm gonna let them run with it. Nice. Sounds like it'll be a blast. I've been painting a lot of Night Haunts recently. That's awesome. I love the Night Haunt models. They're very cool models. the Games Workshop did a really good job, you know, really capturing the ghostly aspect of that army. I have my my Instagram linked below in the description. If you go there, you should be able to see. I painted a black coach up for a painting competition. So, yeah, I love painting Nighthaunt. It's very fun. Oh boy. Luckily, I think I'm good with this tan color. For the leather, I tend to mix like this dark umber and burnt red color. It makes like a nice rich reddish brown. Ooh, you got the Pyre Geists? That's awesome. Those are great models. I love the ghostly flame on those guys. The airbrush is perfect for that. You got them like the day they came out. Gotta grab them up quick. Yeah, I haven't gotten my hands on the Pyre Geists, but definitely cool. And if I see a good deal, I'll see if I can snag some. Thank you for the follow, Demon Primarch Mortarion. What a name. Yeah, you were excited for them? I mean, yeah. I got the, the main army that I collect for Age of Sigmar is the Sylvaneth. And they just recently had a a warband come out. The forget what they're called. Lol. But they are some very cool models. I'm just blanking on the name. Like I watered down this paint a little bit too much. I have to be careful about making sure I wick away some of the excess moisture before applying it to the model. Oops. I'm really having a hard time holding this guy's base. You'd love some hex wraiths, but they never seem to be in stock. Oof. Yeah, that's tough. Don't they share a sprue with Black Knights, I want to say? I don't know how big you are into looking for stuff on like eBay. But it might help if you also search for black, nuance sprue Black Knights, because you'll have to fact check it, but I'm fairly certain they share a sprue with hex wraiths. I haven't quite decided what color I'm going to paint their pants. Maybe I'll just leave them black. black pants? They do, but you don't trust eBay? Fair enough. I tend to, I only buy things on eBay that are new and on sprue. And I tend to have, I don't think I've had a bad experience yet. If you go black, maybe a dirty black. Yeah, that could work. I definitely don't think I would go with a clean black with, like, you know, like blue highlights. I'd probably go with like a neutral black, yeah, or a dirty black. I kind of just don't want to do brown. Like, I already have the you know, the lighter brown tan shirts, and then the reddish brown leather for the straps. That's totally part of his head, isn't it? Oops. I'll have to fill in that part. Oh, hey, Neophyte. Welcome back. You didn't stay away for long. Although I am on a new color, so that's exciting. It's the leaves making you sleepy. Can you put the camera closer? How about I just move the model closer to the camera? Does that work? Make it easier to see. You're so meticulous, so careful. Yeah, it's I used to work a lot faster, but I would just make a lot more mistakes. And so things end up getting painted faster if if you make less mistakes. So while it is counterintuitive, going slower ends up being faster. What are the traits and abilities of this unit on the tabletop? I actually don't know. I am still learning Kill Team. This is I haven't actually played the game yet, so I too would like to know actually what these guys do on the tabletop. So far, from what I know about the game, there's general traits that similar models will show. For example, this model is a comms model, so he relays comms by shooting them out of this gun to the other team members, and this gives one of the other orc commandos an extra action. So the way Kill Team works is you'll activate one operative, so one model at a time, and that model has a certain number of actions or things that they can do, like move, shoot, capture objectives. In this guy's case, give an action to another model, that kind of thing. And so it's very strong to have support pieces like comms models, so that you can give your other models more actions. For example, this is like a melee, a sneaky melee commando. So if your comms guy gives your sneaky orc commando an extra action point, they can charge in, attack an enemy operative, and capture a point. Like, whereas normally they only have 2 actions, so they wouldn't be able to spend that extra action to capture an objective. Yeah, this comms model allows him to do extra stuff. Have the rules been solidified yet? They have. The rules are out. I just haven't had a chance to look over them yet. I hope you have a live tabletop gameplay someday. That I have been thinking about it, but I haven't quite figured out how I would do that. I'll have to figure out a good camera setup and such. Everything I have is set up for very small close-up shots of me painting. Am I comfortable with that position? Oh yeah. A lot of times I just forget. This is I have the whole setup so that I can paint like this. I just get lazy and I forget and I drop my hands. So I appreciate the reminder. It's also a good reminder for my back posture, for me to sit up straight. Is this a heavy unit? What are its abilities? So this is a breacher model. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but I think it's a heavy melee combatant. So this is just like a big old battering ram that he has here. I think he just runs up and slams people with a battering ram, which is lit. Like, I'm here for it. He also has some explosives on his backpack. So I wonder if he comes equipped with like grenades of some sort. I don't know, I'll have to check. The friend I'm playing with was appalled that I built these models without knowing their rules. And I was like, what do you mean? What? I built them based off of how cool they look, not based off how good they are in game. Where do I get the miniatures, paintbrushes, and paint? A lot of times I get the minis from my local game store, or I buy them on eBay. We had this discussion a little bit earlier, where like eBay might be a little bit less trustworthy of a place, but you can usually find good deals, and I only buy things that are listed as new and still on the sprue, and that makes it so that I avoid a lot of the weird complications that can happen from buying secondhand models. As for paint and stuff, I get that all from my local hobby store. So most of my paints are the classic Citadel paints. But I did get a pack of the Monument Pro Acryl paints because they came heavily recommended to me. Like I had like 3 or 4 people recommend that I buy the Monument Pro Acryl paints, and I was like, oh, okay, like I guess I'll buy it. They're coming so highly recommended. The paintbrushes I get on Amazon, I tend to buy a little bit higher quality than, you know, just regular old synthetic brushes. I tend to like to buy like the sable hair brushes. They are easier to, like, it's more work to maintain them, but they live longer and they maintain the point for longer, which is important. You just have to take a little bit better care of them. I think you can also paint the, yeah, it's called a base, and yeah, I tend to base them as well, but I do that at the end. That's like the last thing that I do is I base them. For example, these are the Krieg models that I painted. So I did some, you know, a rocky base with some rubble, like a destroyed steel beam. So it's in kind of like a like the urban, like a ruined urban environment, and then like a burnt grass tuft. Life is trying to grow here, but it's not having a good time. Although sadly for the Krieg models, their bases are quite small, so it's kind of hard to do things with those with those bases. But these orcs have bases that are a little bit bigger, so maybe I can do something a little bit more exciting with these models. Oh, you can zoom up the live? New discovery? Nice. That's exciting. This is a Shuda unit. So his main role is to just be a ranged ranged damage dealer, but specifically he just shoots lots of bullets. So high quantity, low quality attacks. Whereas, let's see, yeah, this guy is he's a sniper. So the sniper's goal is to get into a vantage point and pump out low quantity, high quality attacks. Yeah, Kill Team is interesting because it has I think it has good rules for like verticality, where if you are up in a building, you have like a significant advantage against troops that are on the ground, which I think is cool. I enjoy that. It makes it feel like the terrain has a bigger impact on the game than just blocking line of sight. I was hoping to get all the base coats done today, but I think likely not gonna happen. I'll try and get all the base coats done before my next stream though, or at least more of them done. Are the strokes visible? Yeah, you'll see like especially for this this red paint, or the reddish brown paint that I'm doing right now. The brush strokes are still visible, just because I haven't gotten a solid color yet. As soon as I do a few more layers, I have to let this coat fully dry and then come in a few more times, and then I'll have a solid color where you won't be able to see the brush strokes. You can also just still see a lot of black coming through. It'll be a solid reddish brown by the time I'm done with this color. This guy's also got a lot of random equipment hanging off his backpack, so I'll have to paint that as well. Do I have any Tau? I do not. Although I will be getting some Tau models in the Vespid Stingwings that I'll be getting. They're not the traditional Tau, but they are Tau nonetheless. Yeah, I just haven't collected any yet. My two main 40k armies are Dark Angels and Chaos Knights. And then I think next I'm going to be collecting Eldar. Because as I said, that was one of the first armies that I collected, and got a spot in my heart. But I'm also waiting for some of the models in the range to be updated. You know, like I was collecting Eldar like 10 to 15 years ago, and some of the models are still the same. Which, you know, they were great models 10 to 15 years ago, but now they, I think they need a bit of an update. Show us your Chaos Knight minis? Yeah, give me a sec. I'll bring them over. I love these things. Oh. All right. So I only have two painted, but you know they're quite large minis. So the first one is a war dog, and actually I have it magnetized so I can swap out the weapons and such, and for easier transport. But yeah, this is a war dog brigand. So it's and as you can see, I don't even have it based yet. Oops. So this is a smaller knight, but as you can see, still much larger than the orc. This is fire. Thank you. How many points is this? Let me check real quick. As I said, I only have two models painted. Oops. So I haven't even gotten, you know, to the point where I've thought about making an army list yet. But let's see. So this model is about 170 points. I did an excellent job with the gem on top. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to do a couple cool effects on that guy. And then this is the biggin that I did here, and you can see it doesn't even really fit on screen. But this is a Knight Abominant, and this model is 410 points. So I think I have around 600 points in in Chaos Knights painted up. And this guy I did get to base, but yeah, he's got a Volkite cannon and some power tentacles. So he is big, yeah. Yup. Again, also magnetized for transport because he's so big. And oops, yeah, and you know, the arms and stuff, because it, you know, there's like 3 or 4 different large knights that you can run, where really the only difference is what weapons it has. So yeah, if you want to switch up the army that you're running, you can kind of just switch up what weapons your knights have. How many days? This took me around a month to paint. Of working pretty consistently. But yeah, I like how this guy turned out. Again, hazard stripes, always fun to paint. Plasma glow, love that. I even did some glow on like the rib cage. You know, it's fun to do the kind of gradients, like the gem like lens effect kind of thing. The heat stain effect on the exhaust pipes. Yeah, this model was a blast to paint. I did a little bit of freehand for a chaos symbol on the tilt shield. So I also did some freehand on the tabard on this guy. So yeah, I love these models. I wanna learn how to do gradients. This is so cool. Yeah, most of the gradients that I did on the knights, I did with an airbrush. So an airbrush is generally a very easy way to get gradients down. But I know not everyone has kind of access to an airbrush. But I would also look at, there's a YouTuber, Artist Opus is a YouTube channel, and he puts out a lot of videos with dry brushing, and tends to get similar effects with dry brushing. So yeah, I would recommend checking him out if you don't want to get your hands on an airbrush. He can do some really cool things with like really high quality dry brushing. All right, sounds good, Neophyte. I hope you sleep well. I'll see you later. But yeah, I have another big knight, and I think I have 3 more smaller knights that I have to paint up and build. So yeah, you're gonna watch some of yeah, yeah, I can recommend his channel. I watch a lot of his videos. He's really good for just like learning how to dry, you know. I would recommend watching his like learning how to dry brush video. He's got great videos that I think he explains things very well. So But also, if you are thinking about getting into airbrushing, I can also highly recommend airbrushing. It is a great tool for miniature painting. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It is a whole nother skill set that you have to learn. On top of regular miniature painting, which already has a lot going on. Sadly, this is just a regular orc boy. All the other models had options for like, oh, you can build a sniper or a comm specialist or like a breacher, and then this guy was like, nah, he's just a regular dude, and I was like, ah, sad. Like, I have another model with like a flamethrower. Nope, he's just got a pistol and a hand axe. Rip. I guess not everyone can be cool. You have to have some regular guys in there to make the cool guys stand out. Man, I missed part of this guy's back. Oops. Yeah, and base coating the leather is definitely going a lot slower because I have to be careful not to get any on the skin or the shirts that I already painted. Whereas the skin I could move very quickly because it didn't really matter if I got green on anything else because I was just gonna solidly base coat it anyway. This I have to be a bit more careful, which definitely slows down the process. Alright, woot woot! First coat of leather done. Time to do a second coat. Although with this coat, the reddish brown color is really starting to come through, so that's exciting. I'll definitely still have to do a third coat, but it's starting to look good, so I love that. Apparently on this guy I was very messy around the t-shirt. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Forgot to another orc where I just forgot to paint part of his side. I don't know what made me stop painting. But I was just like, obviously his skin ends here. Joke's on me, it did not end. All right, I'm getting towards the end of my stream here. Yeah, basically today I just went ahead and base coated the skin, the t-shirts that they have, and then I'm almost done base coating the leather. Got a little bit more to go there, but tomorrow will be more of the same. I'm gonna try and get some more base coating done so that tomorrow can, oops, keep dropping them. Tomorrow can be all about shading and highlighting certain parts of the model. Yeah, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you all did too. Yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, like I said, in the same time slot. So hopefully I'll see you all there, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. or a great rest of your day, depending on where you live. Definitely enjoyed it. Another great stream. Thank you, X King Wolf. I appreciate your continued support. I'll see you all next time. Bye.